Hello YouTube, it's been a while since my last video, so I just thought I'd do an update to my previous video, which is how to feed geckos. So I took you through the how to prepare your gecko food quite well. I think it's quite thorough. There's a couple of questions that I kept getting asked, and that is, how often do you feed your geckos, and how many crickets do you feed your geckos when you do feed them. So you don't want to watch me, I'll talk to you and show you how I'm feeding him at the same time. So, how often to feed your geckos? Well, that depends on what time of the year it is. If it's winter time, then you're going to be feeding your geckos less often, because they're going to be in something called brumation, where they go into sort of hibernation mode, but not really hibernation mode. They just slow down their metabolism. And so you want to feed them sort of, it's as often as they eat really, but about sort of once a week, 1.5 times a week, something like that. Once every 5-6 days, I guess, for winter time. So this is my female. She's the same one as you saw in the first video. It's about half a year on now. She's doing just as good as she was before. Yeah, in summertime you want to be feeding them a lot more. Let's say, I don't know, maybe once every 2-3 days, something like that. Okay, so I've got that same bucket with crickets. Pretty skilled at grabbing them these with the tweezers in the bag. That's 1, 2. Oh, there's an escaped one. Got him. Check the bag around. Coated in the Reptical. So, when you're feeding him, watch what happens. Come on, girl, it's to your right. Go get it. If they eat the food quickly, then give them more food. If they're not eating the food, if their head turns away and they don't run towards it, then stop giving them food. It's pretty simple. It just means they're full. So I like to feed my geckos as much as they eat. So if they're eating the crickets, give them more. If they're not eating, stop feeding them and remove the crickets. Because the other thing is, you don't want crickets sitting around in a tub and having moisture in that tub, because the crickets can lay eggs in the moistened soil or substrate, and you can have little baby crickets jumping around your enclosure in about 20 days, which will annoy your reptile. So she's just absolutely doing nothing. She's staring at the cricket now. She did have a go for it at the beginning, but she's not anymore. So we'll leave her there. I don't think she'll eat for now. And we'll get out another one. Which one will eat? This one will probably eat. This is one of my new ones. Well, newish. She's about a month old. It's a female Amyae I purchased. Excuse me, I just have to remove the poo. Excuse me, girl. I'm just going near your leg here at the back. There we go. So we'll see if he's interested in a cricket or two. Sorry, the other question which I was trying to answer was, how many crickets do you feed him? Okay, she's gone for that one, she missed. Missed again. So obviously she is hungry. And she'll get it. There it goes. So, she's eaten one cricket. This one still hasn't eaten one. So I'm going to feed it another. So, for Oniferous Amyae, which is the one on the right, there she goes again. Oh, she almost got it, she dropped it. She's got it, she dropped it. Oh, she's got a leg. Partial eating. Nah. That's one painful cricket at the moment. So, if you've noticed my female on the right, on the left, sorry, my Smooth Knob-tailed Gecko, she is now just laid down on the heat side of her enclosure, and she's completely ignored the cricket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this cricket, because she's not going to eat anything, and I'm going to put it in with her, my other Centralian rough knob-tailed gecko, and hopefully she'll take a third cricket. So see what she did then? She removed her body around. That's to push the cricket back into her stomach. Wow, that was a good catch. That's a third, which means I need to get some more crickets dusted. And these are adult sized crickets. I don't know if you can see that black thing coming out of rear there, just at the back. Oh, that's another escaped cricket. With one less leg. That little black pointy thing at the back there, that's an ovipositor. That's what the females use to deposit their eggs. So, because she's had three crickets and she's still looking like she'll eat more, I'm going to give her one more. Now it is winter at the moment, so in summer I'm assuming that the Centralian rough knobtails would go through probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 crickets per sitting feed. Because yeah, they're the largest masked gecko in Australia, so they're pretty big geckos, so they'll eat quite a lot. She's not facing the cricket at the moment, so she doesn't really know where it is. I might get another one ready in case she eats this one. So the other thing you can do to speed up the process is coerce the cricket to go towards the gecko. There we go, she just got it again. By coercing the cricket towards the gecko, it speeds up the process of feeding. And I like to always watch when my geckos are feeding, so I know that they're actually eating them. Sometimes you might have 2 geckos in an enclosure, and if you leave them overnight, or if you leave them for a few hours and you come back and the crickets are gone, you might think that they're getting divided up equally between the geckos. yeah, I was saying you might think that they get divided up evenly between the geckos, but one gecko might be eating all of them and the other gecko might be missing out, and that gecko might have nutrient deficiencies. So there she goes again. This is going to be her 5th. If she eats it, she's interested, boom, down the hatch it goes. So I'm guessing that's going to be her maximum, because I haven't seen her eat many more than that in a time. But to illustrate my point, I'm going to chuck another one out there. Okay. So the cricket's down the bottom right. It's going to come into your screen now. So you notice her head looks at it, she's interested, and she nails it. Wow. So that's 6 adult crickets for one Centralian rough knob-tailed gecko in winter time. This is going to be an expensive gecko species to keep. I think all my money's going to go down the drain in cricket purchasing. But anyway, like I was saying, I always feed my geckos till they're full. I try to anyway. That way if they're hungry and they want to grow, I let them. I am going to chuck in the 7th gecko, cricket, sorry, to see if she's interested in it. She's still got her mouth full with the other one. Oh my god, she just ate it. She hadn't even swallowed the previous one, and she's smashed down the next one. See, she's got so much in her stomach that she needs to do that twisty movement. I'm pretty sure that pushes all her food down further to make room for more food. Yep, that's the movement right there. So yeah, as a general rule, how many to feed them? I'd probably say about 2 to 3 crickets, and the cricket size needs to be about the length of the cricket needs to be about the width of the gecko's head, as a general rule. And I'd probably say about 2 to 3 crickets once every 3 to 4 days to feed them, as a general rule. But yeah, you know, rules can be broken. Like tonight, this gecko has absolutely stuffed its face, and I only fed it 2 days ago. Okay, let's see if she goes for number, I can't even remember what number it went up to. Are we up to 8? I think it's 8. No, she's not interested. Finally, did you see that? The cricket walked right up to her head in plain view of her, but she just completely ignored it, and the cricket went underneath her head. So that's a sign that she is now full and she's not interested in the cricket. Now, I know this because I've seen these guys at work, but if you're unsure, leave it in the enclosure for another half an hour, and then come back to it. If the cricket's still there, then you definitely know that the gecko won't be eating it. If it's gone, the gecko might be still hungry and it might not want to eat with you around. But I know from her behaviour that she doesn't want it anymore. So, I'm going to remove it, put it back in and feed it to one of my other geckos. But for now, that's it. So, hope you liked this video. Again, please comment and thumb it up if you like it.